Hey guys, welcome back to the other side of the coin. What an emphatic victory that was for us against Barnsley in the Carabao Cup. Look, it wasn't the most perfect game, far from it, but that was the scary part, knowing that we can score 6 goals even when we're not at our best, which was so good to see. Look, guys, I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm not going to talk about, the whole match facts. I want to talk about the different player performances, all the main players, and then hopefully paint a picture as to how the match kind of went. So guys, before I get into all of that, if you're already here, smash the like button, subscribe if you're here for the first time, help me get to that 2,000 subscribers mark, and yeah, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. So guys, let's get straight into it. First of all, Caballero. Guys, honestly, he made at least 4 or 5 top-notch saves in that match, kept us in the game, gave us that clean sheet. And for me, he's Chelsea's number 2, honestly. Once Mendy comes in, hopefully if he's ready for West Brom, he starts. If he doesn't, I would like to see Caballero start because I think, I don't think Kepa could have made those kind of saves today. There were some brilliant saves from Caballero. And we'll get to, why he shouldn't be having to make that many saves, but nonetheless, big saves. Now, in terms of the right-hand side, right back, Azpilicueta, guys, I know it's his first match, but I think you can distinctly see now why there's more Reece James playing. I know he was injured, but at the same time, this transition is happening. I think biggest issue with Azpilicueta is going forward. His lack of delivery is the biggest issue. And with Reece James, where he's far superior in that, now, Reece James is getting better in defending as well. I think we're going to see this transition happen even quicker. No disrespect to Azpilicueta, he's still a solid player. The passion is still there, desire is still there. But going forward is where he lacks a lot, and Reece James can, definitely capitalize on that. In the centre-back positions, Tomori and Thiago Silva, guys, both some solid minutes given, especially Thiago Silva as well, but both had some shaky moments. Thiago Silva had a couple of, dodgy errors, but it is his first game since the Champions League final. But, you can see the wealth of experience that Thiago Silva has, the veteran that he is, and he's so calm and collected with the ball. The way he negotiates the situation with opposition attackers is brilliant, and he's going to get better and better, honestly. So I'm not worried about that. Similarly with Tomori, I think Rudiger is out. Honestly, he's not featured in this squad, so I think he's gone. There's lots of rumours that he's going to be either loaned out or sold. So, and rightly so, to be honest. I think it should be Thiago Silva, Zuma, Tomori as our number 3 centre back, and Andres Christensen as the 4th. If need be, he can go as well. But Rudiger, 100%, I think there's no spot for him. In the left-back position, guys, Emerson, he put up a really good case as to why he needs to stay. Honestly, that was a good match from him. He showed even versatility down the track, playing left wing in the second half. But in the first half, it's that pace, that injection of pace, which Alonso lacks. Alonso, the only reason he's in the squad is because of his left wing back abilities. But when you think about it, this season, how many times we're going to play with a left wing back? Probably twice, 3 times maximum. That's not good enough to keep someone like Alonso in the squad. I think Emerson provides a little bit more in terms of left back. Obviously, we saw Chilwell come in the left back position in the second half, and perfect debut for him, I reckon. It puts in that cross, gets an assist. I think Olivier Giroud went in with the goal, and that's exactly what we want to see from the left back, the kind of play that Chilwell did. Taking that cross from deep in midfield and whipping it just behind the defenders. That's exactly what Frank will be looking for his left backs to produce. But yeah, going back to the Emerson situation, I think there's a clear case why I think he should probably stay and Alonso should go. Alonso hasn't been impressive, to be honest, in these first couple of games in the season, and plus in the friendly as well. So watch this space in regards to the left back position as to who's going to go. Now, in midfield, Kovacic and Barkley, guys, we know that they're great with the ball. They drive well with the ball, especially Kovacic. Barkley as well, very good with the ball, driving from deep and taking into attacking space. Barkley had some poor missed on passes, scores a good goal as well. But overall, we can see why he's down the pecking order in terms of midfielder. But the biggest issue that I found from our midfield is we need a holding midfielder. That we were just open far too many times against Barnsley, who's a championship side, but they pressed so well. They were all over us. They really should have scored at least 3 or 4 goals, to be honest, in that match. But we were saved by Caballero. And it was clear to see we need a defensive midfielder, and it was clear to see why Frank is screaming out for a defensive midfielder, and we've heavily linked with Declan Rice for this particular reason. Even if we don't get Declan Rice, I reckon we should still go out there and get someone, because we're too open. Both Kovacic and Barkley, as I said, great with the ball, but not great defensively. Now, moving into the front area, I want to keep Kai Havertz till the end because he was absolutely spectacular, so I want to keep him till the end. In the right side, it was Callum Hudson-Odoi in the first half, and then he was in the left side in the second half predominantly. Overall, I think Callum's first half was not so impressive, guys, and it was interesting to see that Mason Mount's playing a lot more in the wings. So watch this space in regards to what happens with Callum Hudson-Odoi. I don't think he's done enough to warrant an opportunity against West Brom in the weekend. And overall, his performance was quite lackluster. Off the ball work, I don't think was that great. This is exactly what Frank is looking for. And I felt like he was trying too hard. He needed to be, let his instincts kick in, just be natural about it. He felt like he really was trying hard, which is understandable in the situation that he's in. But in the first half, he had that fine opportunity from Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz probably could have had like 3 or 4 assists, honestly. He puts in a nice ball for Callum Hudson-Odoi, who unluckily missed that shot, should have put that away. And in the second half, he put in a nice cross. I think in the second half is where he played all right, especially in the last 20 minutes or so, 15 to 20 minutes, he played pretty all right, where he put in a cross and a Spilicueta header, should have scored. So overall, could have had a goal, could have had an assist, but it didn't materialise. But I wasn't overly impressed by that performance. I don't know what his future holds. Hopefully he stays, and hopefully he gets minutes. Now, moving on to Mason Mount, who started off in the left wing. Guys, overall, Mason Mount, he had a okay game. He did a job. I don't think he did anything spectacular. He had an opportunity to score a goal once again from a Kai Havertz pass, but he didn't capitalize on that. In the second half, there was an opportunity where his press was fantastic. He wins the ball, releases. I think it was Ross Barkley maybe who puts in the squares the ball for Giroud, and it ends up being a goal. So it was a movement initiated by Mason Mount. Overall, I think we all know he works hard, and that's exactly what he did. He worked really, really hard in that match. But as I said, nothing overly spectacular, but did a job. Tammy Abraham, guys, that was a fantastic performance from him. I saw so many good stuff about him. His work rate was fantastic. There was a moment where he dropped deep all the way to left back to help out the left back, Emerson. And his combination play with Kai Havertz was straight from the training ground. Honestly, that dummy was unbelievable, and how Kai just runs in, takes the ball and scores. His flick pass to Kai's, I think, second goal. And overall, he scored a really, really good goal in the first half. I think he was the first one to score off against the play, wins the ball and scores. Overall, it was a fantastic performance. I hope we see a lot more of Tammy Abraham this season, especially that combination. He comes out at the end of the match and he said that he loved having Kai Havertz just behind him as a number 10. He's so happy to have a lethal number 10 like that now, roaming around, and that combination play is fantastic. So kudos to Tammy Abraham. That was a phenomenal performance, to be honest. And Olivier Giroud as well, when he came off the bench, brilliant, to be honest, guys. He played about 10 to 15 minutes, and he could have scored 2 goals, 2 assists, and he looked hungry, and that's exactly what we needed from Olivier Giroud. Ben Chilwell off the bench as well. Brilliant debut, I'd say. Comes on. He looked a little bit off touch in the beginning, but that cross from deep was sensational for Giroud's goal. That's exactly what we want to see from a left back. And now, finally, Kai Havertz, guys. We need to probably do a whole segment just for Kai Havertz. From minute 1, as soon as Kai Havertz, started, he looked so good in that number 10 position. I called it out. I tweeted something saying he looks comfortable already in that number 10 position. And it's that freedom to roam around just behind the striker. But there were so many other things that I liked in that performance. He dropped deep in midfield and even deeper in our defensive half to support the play. He helped out. I think more than anything, I was so impressed by his defensive work, his ability to slide tackle, win the ball, press. It was so good to see. Many people are comparing him in Ozil, which is rightly so, because he glides across the field. He's so elegant. It seems like he has so much time in his hand to do whatever he wants, maneuver whatever he wants. But it's his defensive attribute that puts him ahead of Ozil, I believe. But yeah, guys, could have had at least 3 to 4 assists. His passing range is brilliant, sensational to watch, and the goals, oh wow, so fantastic to see those goals. All different kind of goals, all elegant, beautiful. Scores his first goal for Chelsea, ends up getting a hat-trick. I mean, couldn't have asked for anything else, honestly. That was phenomenal performance from Kai Havertz all around, and you can see how happy Frank Lampard was. He was just constantly smiling every time Kai Havertz was scoring or doing well. So guys, overall a great match for us. The second half was much better than the first half. Defensively, we do need to get better. I can't wait to have Ziyech, Werner, Kai Havertz, Pulisic play in that up front area. It's going to light up the Premier League and absolutely annihilate our oppositions. The combinations that these four could have is mind-blowing. But it was clear to see that we need a defensive holding midfielder. It's evident. So guys, let me know what your thoughts were of the match. Overall, what do you think of it? And then how do you feel about the West Brom match now? And do you want to continue seeing Kai Havertz in the number 10? Hopefully Frank continues Kai Havertz in that number 10 position. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe and hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, see ya.